This is the story of a company who wanted to revolutionize the food industry with on-demand artisanal food delivered to your door, but couldn't find a way to do so while making money. This is the story of Maple. Maple, a New York City-based food delivery service, was founded in 2014 and offered restaurant quality food for delivery through an app or online. Before ghost kitchens was the word on everyone's lips, Maple was dubbed a restaurant without any walls. A novel concept at the time that planned to offer a rotating menu of lunch and dinner options via a network of kitchen facilities scattered throughout the city. Maple combined culinary expertise with advanced production and logistics technology to provide collaborative meal customization, as customers specified where, when, and what they wanted to eat. Customers no longer needed to make a trade-off between food quality and convenience when selecting workday dining options. Also, to set the scene, around 2014, investors avidly embraced novel food delivery concepts, gleaming industrial kitchens in cities nationwide where chefs could create thousands of gourmet meals to be whisked directly to the customer's door. The rationale was simple: everyone eats every day, so the market was enormous, and by leveraging venture capital know-how and economies of scale, could catapult food delivery 2.0 far beyond pizza and Chinese food, or so they reckoned. Tech-enabled takeout would transform people's lives, freeing up their time and giving them healthy, delicious meals whenever they wanted. So investors poured their money into startups that delivered prepared meals. $4.1 billion in 2015 and another billion in 2016, according to market research firm CB Insights. And they pointed to big trends like slowdown in grocery store spending and a customer preference for fresh organic products as evidence that food was ripe for destruction. Grocery stores and restaurants are notorious for their thin margins, but at the time Silicon Valley venture capitalists believed it could use technology to make food better and smarter. As Simon Rotman, a VC from Greylock, remarked, "You don't have to squint to find inefficiencies in the food system." All this made the timing perfect for Maple to emerge. Even today, most restaurants don't handle the delivery themselves. They simply plug in with third-party apps like DoorDash or Uber Eats that handle the logistics and delivery of the food, while they can focus on what they do best: make delicious meals. However, Caleb Merkel looked at the model and seen room for improvement. He didn't like the fragmented nature, so he came up with an idea to open a food concept that kept all these elements in-house. He believed that if he could control every aspect of the business, he would be able to make the best food at the cheapest price. So he decided to make a concept that was going to source all the ingredients itself, farm-to-table style cooking. There wouldn't be any suppliers or middlemen of any kind. With this whole new business idea in his head, Merkel set to change the restaurant industry forever. So he went out and pitched this idea to investors. And with the market optimism and food delivery ready for disruption, he unsurprisingly managed to raise $4 million to bring his idea to life. Deemed a visionary CEO with an incredible idea to make great food cheaper, and with funding to bring the idea to life, Maple had all the ingredients for success. In 2014, at the height of New York's food delivery boom, Maple was born. Maple was founded by Caleb Merkel and Akshay Naval, with a mission to serve good, simple food. They successfully created a system where they brought in their own ingredients, made the food, and then delivered it to customers. They believed if they could control every line of production, they could create the best experience for their customers. And we've seen a number of businesses use this tactic. Just look at Apple and their new M1 chip. Speaking of software companies, that was another thing that made Maple stand out. At the time, not many restaurants had apps. Most would simply ask you to call to place an order. But Maple was way ahead of its time. It had a website and an app that customers could use to place their orders. You could decide what you wanted and when you wanted it delivered. And because they controlled the delivery, they could deliver at the exact time you wanted. It was a strong value proposition. Merkel himself once said this: "For Maple, the secret ingredient is to be able to start from a blank slate and focus on an exceptional food delivering experience." So after early momentum, in early 2015, Maple received another $26 million. And in March of the same year, Maple's first kitchen was launched, alongside the website and app. At the beginning, things were looking good for Maple. The company even had well-known Soa Davies and David Chang of Momofuku to help develop its lunch and dinner menu. There was a period where Maple was producing and delivering 1,100 meals per hour, compared to Chipotle's industry standard of 300 meals per hour. So, what went wrong? In 2016, just 1 year after opening up shop, Maple began to run at a loss. And it wasn't the kind of intentional loss you use to gain market share. This was simply a business struggling to make any profit. The bulk of the losses came from food and labour. In 2015, Maple's food costs slightly exceeded 60% of gross revenue, while labour accounted for 66%. It's worth keeping in mind that typical restaurants aim to spend 60% of revenue on food and labour costs combined. From the outside looking in, Maple seemed to have everything: affordability, on-demand cuisine, excellent software to help track orders, and its own ingredient sourcing. But one thing it didn't have was repeat customers. From March 2016 to March 2017, Maple's sales fell 41%. According to data from Second Measure, a research firm that analyzes billions of credit card purchases from US consumers. From the beginning, Maple's plan was to offer lunch and dinner at $12 and $15 respectively, and this cost was to include tax and delivery. However, due to the fall in revenue, the company had to increase their prices, and even added on a delivery fee. This only compounded their problems as customers immediately started to go back to other companies that offered similar services at better prices. From there, the writing was on the wall. When Maple launched, they added a maple sugar cookie made by award-winning pastry artist Christina Tossi with every customer order. However, the company abruptly stopped adding the cookie. Their excuse? They were moving away from all kinds of non-natural products, reinstating their mission to serve good, simple food. But customers could see through it. What Maple failed to realise at the time was increasing prices and reducing the amount of value customers get in their order was a terrible combination, and there was no longer an incentive for people to stick to Maple. Yes, they made good food, but so did hundreds of other restaurants around New York, and by 2016, their websites and apps were no longer unique. Almost every restaurant had one, and they completely lost their competitive edge. The complimentary cookies that usually accompanied each customer order was replaced with a printed picture of a cookie. I'm not even making that up. The picture had text on the back, informing customers that the company was most likely going to have to shut down. A leaked document showed that the company was predicting to lose $16 million for the year 2016 alone. And after a number of meetings between the co-founders and investors, Maple released a letter in May 2017, letting everyone know that they had to shut up shop. Maple was dead. In a note to customers, the company mentioned that some of the core team members will be joining the Deliveroo operation in London. It also stated that some of the tech that Maple developed will be used to help accelerate the growth and efficiency of Deliveroo. Although it didn't end in complete tragedy for some of the co-founding team, Maple itself had met its tragic end. An idea that could have revolutionized the food industry ended in tears. A combination of it being ahead of its time, poor operations, high food waste, and a very competitive market cut through Maple like an axe. And Maple fell in the forest, but this time we were all able to hear the sound. Maple joined a long list of other food tech companies that just couldn't make it, like Munchery, Spoon Rocket, Bento, Anto, and Pronto. I could make a dedicated innovation graveyard on food delivery alone. So why do you think Maple couldn't find a way to be profitable and stay afloat? Kindly let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. And when you're down there, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Leave us a comment and let us know what food trend you'd like us to cover next. If you enjoyed this video, then give this video a like. We'll have new videos coming every week in 2022. And if you'd like to learn more about some of the hottest food trends, sign up to our free trend reports on ghost kitchens, vertical farming and more. You can check out the link in our description. Absolutely free. Until next time, ciao ciao.